Welcome back to another edition of PUBG Notes, the show where you learn everything that you need to know about the PUBG North America Continental Series and life. Here's my notes. PCS Grand Finals are here. We're about to kick off 3 weekends of intense matches to see who will claim the crown in PCS2. Shoot to Kill finally shook off the runner-up history by securing victory in the closing moments of the final match of PCS1. It was everything you want to see from competitive PUBG. Going into PCS2 Grand Finals, the Ironmen are once again looking like the team to beat as they sit first overall in the standings and boast the PCS2 Group Stage MVP. And yeah, I picked Tiggleton as my PCS2 MVP. My MVP for PCS2, just like it was for PCS1, is going to be an Aussie, and that's going to be Tiggleton. He's going to ping abuse his way all the way to the top, baby. But it ain't over yet, and I fully expect Sonics with Tiggleton on that roster to make an exciting run in the Grand Finals. Other teams that are looking strong and may dethrone STK are Radiance and Oath, both at the top of the standings, but don't count out PCS1 runners-up, Team Veritas. My other picks to pull off an upset are Comets, who had an incredible run in the group stage, and Illusion looking better than ever with Adam at the helm. This team is definitely one to watch. One of the teams that has made the biggest improvements since 2020 is easily 303 Esports. Joining me now to give us his PUBG notes is Honeybadger from 303 Esports. Honeybadger, welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Godspeed?
I'm doing pretty good, man. The real question is how are you and 303 Esports preparing for the PCS2 Grand Finals?
Preparation for finals is it's a lot of VOD review, right? Most of the game is done outside of the game. Like when it actually comes to game day, a lot of stuff should be locked in already. From the changes between PCS1 and PCS2, we've brought in a new coach. He's been a great help when it comes to me growing as IGL and when it comes to the team just growing in chemistry overall. That's been like the main change in my opinion.
You guys are currently sitting in 7th as far as the group stages. What do you think has been the biggest factor on your improvement thus far?
It's honestly just a mentality change. Coming out of like charity for the team, because obviously it's the same core 3, right? They made a change, like adding me onto the roster, but
yeah,
for them, I think they were a super passive team, and then they'll be the first to admit that. They were playing the game from a different different foot entirely almost, and I've been a big advocate in pushing for just an aggressive playstyle, a lot more controlling in terms of like our zone control, and just like picking the fights we know will win the game.
Do you think you have a legit shot at winning the Grand Finals?
In truth, yes. I think everyone in the finals should believe that they can win them. Otherwise, I mean, what are you really doing there, right? The number one thing separating us from being a top 3, if not champion of PCS2, is just closing out games. I think we all are on the same page at this point that we suck at actually like winning the chicken dinner. There are a lot of games that we should have won that we kind of threw.
Sure.
And that to me is the main thing that separates us from being a mid-pack team to the top team. So that's what we're going to be working on. And the main change to meet that requirement is just aggression in the end game, playing to win rather than playing not to lose.
What should we expect to see from you guys then in the Grand Finals, like as far as play style?
Going into the Grand Finals, we're going to be having a much more aggressive take than even group stages. It's going to be a lot of edge play, but most importantly, it's going to be a lot of, to what many on the outside might seem as unnecessary fights, but to us, it's all in a big picture to try and like take that chicken dinner, right? So a lot of early fights, a lot of scrappy engagements, but if we can keep 4 up, we'll win the game.
What exactly was it that was, kind of stifling your growth on Veritas?
Veritas are a group of really talented individuals, all of them. Like Jazza, Penta, Sharp, and Keenan, I think are some of NA's best talent.
Yeah.
For me, I would still consider myself very much up and coming. And one of the things I've struggled with over the last year competitively is really just finding my identity and being on a team where they all know what they're good at, they all know their role. It was a bit thrown into the deep end for me. Playing with big dogs like that, it can be intimidating, and it definitely affected me in ways that I didn't anticipate. But being on a team surrounded by players that are still finding their identity themselves, it's really allowed me to find who I am as a player and find my role. That's where the confidence comes from.
Thanks for joining us, and if you have any final shout-outs, man, the floor is yours.
Shout out to obviously my coaches. They're a huge like influence on why I'm able to do what I do. Thank you for my teammates for being just supportive of like every step of the way and me learning to IGL. That's like a huge help. And I mean, thank you to all the Korean pros for being inspirations. That's pretty much everything. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for joining us, and wish you the best luck in the finals, man.
Thank you. You too, Godspeed. Appreciate it.
Well, that's it. It's all the notes, facts, the downright unbiased, accurate, and objective information that you could possibly hope for. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the Grand Finals, and remember, play more PUBG.